In 1909, a lone keeper and his family lived entirely cut off from the world. Their only home was an isolated stone tower on a remote rock off the coast of Brazil. No neighbors, no hospitals, and a supply boat that only arrived every few weeks. One morning, the routine supply boat arrived to find the lighthouse dark. The beacon hadn't been lit the night before. The house was completely silent, and the heavy front door was left completely ajar. Inside, the crew found the keeper, his wife, and their 3 young children dead on the floor. There was no sign of a human struggle. Instead, their bodies were covered in dozens of tiny, distinct puncture marks. Years later, local lore tells of a rogue fisherman who wandered too close to the same shores. His boat was found drifting the next day, his body bearing those exact same marks. Whether these specific accounts are perfectly accurate or embellished by generations of sailors, they are rooted in a very real, documented threat. The danger is so severe that the Brazilian government eventually established a strict, military-enforced ban on anyone setting foot there. The location is Ilha da Queimada Grande. It sits off the coast of São Paulo, a massive metropolis, separated by just 33 kilometers of ocean. The island covers just 43 hectares of rock and jungle. Packed into that tiny area is a population of 2,000 to 4,000 highly venomous snakes. If you walk through the brush, you are almost mathematically guaranteed to be within striking distance of one at all times. From a satellite, it looks like a completely normal patch of green, yet it holds one of the highest concentrations of apex predators on Earth. The reason traces back to a geographical fluke that created a closed-loop biological weapon. 11,000 years ago, as the last ice age came to an end, melting ice caused global sea levels to rise dramatically. Rising water flooded the land bridge to the mainland, permanently stranding ordinary snakes. They faced a severe problem. The isolated island lacked traditional ground prey. The only food left was migratory birds resting in the tree branches. Standard snake hunting relies on biting a small animal and following its scent trail as the venom slowly takes effect. But a bird will simply fly away over the ocean and die miles out of reach. Starvation forced nature to invent a radical solution. The stranded reptiles evolved into a completely new species, the golden lancehead. Its bright golden yellow hue perfectly camouflaged it against sunlit branches and dry leaves, so migrating birds never see them coming. But the true adaptation happened inside. To stop a bird from flying away, the golden lancehead developed an entirely new, hyper-potent chemical composition. This highly calibrated venom is devastating. It actively destroys blood cells and melts the surrounding tissue incredibly fast. When struck, the bird drops dead almost instantly, falling straight from the branch to the floor. If that venom enters a human bloodstream, the effects are cataclysmic. Without immediate medical intervention, it causes rapid tissue necrosis, massive swelling, severe internal bleeding, and critical blood clotting failures. Trapped by the ocean, the golden lancehead spent 11,000 years in a forced evolutionary crucible, emerging as an exceptionally lethal specialist flawlessly tailored to dominate its tiny environment. Despite the lethal risk, a select few people fight for permission to land on Queimada Grande. Scientists and medical researchers conduct highly restricted expeditions to extract venom directly from the golden lancehead. Venom is complex chemistry. The venom from a closely related Brazilian pit viper yielded chemical compounds that led to the development of captopril, a massively successful medication used worldwide to treat high blood pressure. Researchers are now breaking down the unique, fast-acting proteins inside the golden lancehead's venom, searching for new treatments for human heart disease and severe blood circulation illnesses. Curious, the exact biological mechanism that destroys human flesh and makes the island a death trap is highly sought after by the medical community to save lives. Yet, for all its lethal power, the golden lancehead is heavily losing its battle for survival. It is currently listed as a critically endangered species. The isolated population has spent generations inbreeding, leading to compounding genetic defects. Climate change disrupts the migration patterns of the birds they rely on for food, and illegal biopirates continually sneak past the naval blockades to capture and sell these rare snakes on the black market. The old lighthouse on the island still operates today, but there are no keepers, no families, and no human caretakers. The Brazilian Navy fully automated the machinery years ago. The strict military ban keeps people away, but it serves a dual purpose. It protects humans from an agonizing death, but more importantly, it protects a fragile 11,000-year-old evolutionary masterpiece from us.